Welcome, everyone, to the 7th Annual Jewish Heritage Month celebration here at City Hall. Jewish Heritage Month pays tribute to the generations of Jewish Americans who helped form the fabric of American history, culture, and society.
We wanted to be intentional to send a message to all of Los Angeles that hate has no home here. So
I stand here today sharing my parents' vision, informed by Jewish values, of a world in which all cultures and people share and celebrate each other. A world in which people's understanding of the history of the Jewish people goes beyond knowing we made bagels mainstream. My path to help co-found Jewish American Heritage Month Los Angeles started at our Sabbath and holiday tables, where we learned about Queen Esther, Shirley Chisholm, Gloria Allred, and so many other women who made good trouble, and where we taught the sacred traditions of Judaism to welcome the stranger.
As a Jewish woman myself, it was incredibly moving not just to look at the timeline of all of these extraordinary change makers across the political spectrum who've made our city better and whose shoulders I and so many others stand on. 22-year-old Jewish woman in these chambers. Both of these women deeply shaped who I am today, and I owe them a tremendous debt of gratitude.
All I can say is, in the words of my hero, the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, also a Jewish woman, fight for the things you care about. And I know that you're all here on the City Council because you are here to fight for the things you care about and your constituents care about. The fight to empower women and marginalized minorities continues. It's not over. And we are going to continue to be part of this fight because, in the words of Susan B. Anthony, failure is impossible. Thank you.
This is a great opportunity for us to celebrate, to recognize how intertwined LA's social and economic and political and cultural fabric is with our Jewish community. We also should note that anti-Semitism is on the rise, and I'm worried not just as a son of Holocaust survivors, but also as an Angelino, as an American citizen. So we have to be vigilant. We cannot be silent, even when that discrimination seems subtle. But the fact that we are here and that this city recognizes and celebrates Jewish American Heritage Month and so many other heritage months is the perfect antidote to intolerance. It's how we celebrate a wonderful history and diversity in LA.
of course, Dr. Martin Luther King, when he came to Los Angeles in 1965, he delivered a speech at Temple Israel of Hollywood. We know that there is a nexus and a connection. When I want to get in good trouble, I usually call on the Jewish community to help us. And as a member, about 100 days ago in the city of Los Angeles, people were shot for being Jewish in the Pico Robertson area of Los Angeles, California, United States of America. So we are united, and then we want to send a strong message, particularly in light of the incident here today, that when you come for one of us, you come for all of us, and we are coming together. Keep the faith and keep the fight.
Years later, Los Angeles is not only one of the world's great cities, but it's also one of the world's great Jewish cities. And with our Being Deborah exhibit, we're creating change by finally beginning to acknowledge and pay long overdue tribute to Jewish women's contributions to our city. Now, if really should be mentioned, and this is both to honor Gloria Allred as well as our city attorney Feldstein Soto. Risk singling out one example of Being Deborah, Rose Sarah Phillips. Born in Russia in 1890, she graduated from USC Law School in 1915, and she was the first Jewish woman to practice law in Southern California. B'nai B'rith Messenger article about her in 1919 quoted her views on the role of the prosecutor. The prosecutor must not be a persecutor, but should work on the basis of social service. I'm not interested in securing convictions. I'm not after records. I want to help people up and have no desire to push people down. The work of the court should be to improve people rather than to punish them. The conference rooms in the city attorney's office bears her name.
As we know, Jews across the world have commemorated and continue to observe holidays, customs, and their faith in secret. My parents' generation in Iran would not have been able to exercise such freedom, to stand together proudly as Jews in front of a government body and celebrate our heritage, is to celebrate the joy of being Jewish and affirm that the fight against anti-Semitism does not define us. The most recognized word for happiness or joy in Hebrew is simcha. Joy is considered a gift to humanity, and the Torah advocates, Ve'yahita ach sameach, you should have nothing but joy.
And to be perfectly honest, if I had known that Gloria Allred and Donna Bojarski were going to be here, I might have gone in that direction. After all, there's so much to say about the stories that have been told and those that still need to be told, about hidden gems behind every people and every place and how important it is to call attention to them, about the narratives that dominate and those that get pushed under the radar. As we acknowledge game-changing women in Los Angeles, I would like to especially make note of my friend and colleague, Rabbi Denise Egger, founder of Temple Kol Ami in West Hollywood. So happy to see her profiled and celebrated.
And
over here. Thank you particularly to Councilmember Blumenfield for all of your leadership in so many ways, not just about Jewish American Heritage Month, but everything else. To Councilmember Yaroslavsky, to our Council President Kerkorian, all that you do in John Popach, Adina Bleish, Dylan Kendall, our Civil Rights and Equity Department, and Jewish Historical Society and Jewish Federation, among so many others.